Hi, my name is Alpacapin. This is Act 6, The Mouth, last episode. If you've seen it, you remember it. You probably remember it very clearly. We did something very bad. We did something very bad to Billy. Not gonna talk about it again, but now we're in the psychologist's office. Albert, I'm not your lawyer. I'm not your priest. These things you speak of. These are dark things. Dark? We're just getting to the best part. Yes, I see. You enjoy talking about this, don't you? Why do you think that is? It's the only way to relieve it. Is it? Is it the only way? It's one of the ways, yes. Yes, I understand. How quickly your mind moves to dark places. It's more than second nature, in it, as if part of your soul. Intrinsic to your very being. So tell me, Albert, you've done very terrible things. Young Billy, he suffered greatly. But why? What possible pleasure was there to gain from his agony? Why did you make him suffer so greatly? It was the only way I could be saved. The commandments of God, the voices of an angel, the screeching voices in your head, these vicious monsters in your heart. These are not your salvation. They are simply the justification. Your justification. They command. You simply obey. An innocent puppet, moving as they tug your strings. For one who craves control, you seem to have so very little of it. Damn, he just tore my life apart. Hello, brother. How does it feel? The weight is lifted from your shoulders. Your true self can emerge from its shell. I don't know. Sometimes I choose the option that makes me seem like a bad person, but other times I want to choose the option that makes me seem like a decent person, someone who still has my humanity. This feels wrong. Yes, brother, as it should. What kind of person would you be if this didn't bother you? But you're bigger than that. You've placed what was required of you above your feelings. You've done as you were told. You've done as you were meant to do. And what is required now? Much is required. For much has been given to you. But, for this moment, let us return to the messenger. The sacrament was prepared. The blood has been spilled. Oh, there's nothing after that? I assumed you were gonna say some more stuff after that. Hamilton, why? Why do you think we are this way? We did not ask for this calling, yet we are. That's a good question. There's been a lot of talk about fate. And, well, if this is our calling, then there's not much to do to avoid that. We're killers, aren't we? There is no we. Then why do you keep talking to us? Can we not have a moment's peace? Ooh. Now you're trying to drive away your only friends, Hamilton. Did you know? The pills don't really change us. They don't really hide us. Yes, I've known. I've been taking those pills the entire game. And you guys still... Okay. Billy's vengeful spirit is gonna haunt us for the rest of our lives. The pills are our crutch. They were never anything more. You said I needed them. And we did. For a time. They helped us cope. Helped us rationalize. Rationalize what? What could we possibly need to rationalize? The voices in my head? I don't need to rationalize that. I know perfectly well what they are. Their voices, nothing more, nothing less. Billy, we really pissed him off, didn't we? I guess that kind of happens when you kill someone viciously. And then there was the magic needles. Remember them? Are you saying they had no purpose? Nay, they had a purpose. They existed for our pleasure. We use them because we want them. Okay, so young Hamilton is a masochist as well, like his brother. Hamilton, never forget, the prescription on our pills is not the essence of who we are. We are who we are. That's deep. I am who I am. Alright, Angel. You seem to be getting stronger every time I go out and do one of your deeds, and you get uglier and uglier. Our child. How you grow? Your feet are firmly planted in the path of righteousness. But you will not walk this path alone, for we are the mouth, and we will all walk this path with you. The weight is too much. Doubt, like a cancer of the mind. It is a sickness. Do not wallow in this pit of self-loathing and despair. You will accept this destiny, or I have already seen the end. Well, what's at the end? There's blood, there's death. Wow, that's a surprise. So much death. My death? Yes, child, your death. Seated in the throne of wood and steel, surrounded by your enemies. When the electric touch of God himself circuits through your body. But before this, many others will die before this final rapture. Who will I kill? Do their names matter? It was never about who they were, but what they were. And what were they? Their sins will be great. Only the blood of the innocent can cleanse you. And true innocence can only belong to the children of this world. This is our modus. I'll kill children? Will? One has already killed a child. Billy will not be the only child to feel your blade, but in time, even their deaths will not satisfy your hunger, your thirst. A sip of the blood, a taste of the flesh. You will partake in this holy commandment, and I didn't finish reading before I skipped, god damn it! Take, eat, for this is our sacrament. So, not only do we kill children, we eat them as well. Sweetest kill. She was the sweetest kill. Grace? No, I like Grace. She is destiny. But Grace is a nice person. She seems kind of normal besides the whole no face thing. How does she eat? Now take her. What? I don't want to do this, please. Don't make me kill Grace. Billy was bad enough, not Grace. Hi, Grace. Uh-oh. Our name. Why are you getting bigger and bigger? Is Albert. So, we've completely dissociated. Our name is... Oh, Grace! I already know what my name is, go on. Are you gonna tell me a different name, or are you gonna tell me my name's Albert again? Flesh eater. Oh, so you're a cannibal. You are a cannibal. So many questions. What is the Gray Man? Who is the Gray Man? We grieve at their deaths. But for this, we are scorned. Possession, as they are called. Victims, as they call them. It is true that there is a vast plain between our definitions, but the grief? They do not understand how intricately connected we are. What they cannot understand is that when it comes to our possessions, we do not necessarily want them to die. In truth, sometimes we do, but mostly, we do not. We do, however, need them. We need them to be there for us at all times. We need them to endure. We need to endure what we are grieving them. Really? In a perfect world, they'd never die. Their existence would simply be to endure what we impart on them. Death is an unfortunate side effect of what we do. For when we lose our possessions, we are grieved, not because we miss them, but because we have no one else when they're gone. This is how the cycle is reborn. For we are but hollow men, built with broken veins. It's so cryptic, I don't understand anything. Why does every single line that comes out of your mouth, Michael, have to be so enigmatic? Talk to me. Psychologist, I need your help. And here we find ourselves, at the end of our session. Our journey together has been, perhaps not pleasant. Yes, I'm a monster. Are we self-diagnosing now? I'm not here to be your friend. And while I appreciate the honesty you've given me, I know we reached a point where continuing is no longer necessary. We crossed that line some time ago. If you won't help me, who will? You must understand. There is a certain fascination that comes with our abhorrence of violence. We are disgusted by its appearance in society, yet we can't shake its allure. A fascination seemingly innate to our very genetic code. Secret desires, buried resentment, deep-seated anger. All tinted in dreams of violence. Dreams we, of course, do not speak of. But one can only truly absolve their darkest impulses via exploration, Through this examination of our desires, we begin to understand their place in our existence. You see, violent tendencies may be a festering itch, yet we're all inclined to scratch. So come, let us scratch. Let us see what will flow when the scabs are removed. Don't you see? It's not real. This is all just a fucking game. You don't control when this ends. I do. You're the gray man. You're the gray man. Got the silhouette, I just realized. What? I think we're done here. But don't worry. I'll be watching. Yes, I've got my eye on you. That has to be the coolest ending I've ever seen. The entire game closed out, so the text was just displayed on my desktop background or whatever I had open. That was really cool. Okay, so I'm thinking he was the gray man. But I don't understand. I don't understand. See, when I play games, I like to shut off my brain. For the most part, I like to shut off my brain. I'd like to avoid thinking if at all possible. So, let's think a little bit. For the first time in this playthrough, let's think a little bit. Okay, so upon further research and a bit of digging around, just looking on my desktop, I found 3 text files, presumably from the game. Hello, friend. Who am I? I'm your friend. You remember me, don't you? You've been playing my game, discovering my story. I'm so glad you're interested in learning about me. I'm very keen to learn more about you as well. I decided to take the time to write you this letter because I want you to know that I'm watching you play this, and I'm wondering, what kind of person are you? I suppose we'll both get to find out soon enough. Hamilton. Why? Are you gonna come and stalk me? Okay, this is the second letter now. Hello again, it is I, your friend. I see you've completed the 3rd act of my story. I have to say, I'm a bit surprised by what you've done, you know, murdering father. You see, the angel, he never actually told you what message to deliver. He left that up to you. Did you have to kill him? Maybe. Maybe not. But it seems you had no issues finding the words to say. Tell me, friend, was it easy to justify? Is it okay to victimize and kill when death feels so well-deserved, so justifiable? Must be a wonderful feeling to have the power and knowledge to determine which lives are worth saving and which ones deserve death. You must feel like a god. Hamilton. So, did we have to kill him? I don't know. I didn't think I had a choice, but maybe it's one of those games where you have alternate endings. I have no clue. Okay, now we're down to the final text file. Alright, the final text file, the final letter. Well, friend, it would appear you have completed my story. Or have you? Well, you played as far as you were able to. Did you enjoy my game? No? Well, it's not for everyone. I could tell you had mixed feelings about what you did. It's understandable, I suppose, but I suppose our time is done for now. Perhaps you'll never hear from me again. Or perhaps I will always be here now, and maybe you'll find letters from me again when you least expect it. Behave now. I know what you're capable of, and I'll be watching you. Hamilton. Okay, so I think we were supposed to find those scattered throughout our playthrough. Like every time we finish a certain checkpoint, and in terms of act or a decision in the game, that one of those will pop up on my desktop. But the thing is, I usually have my desktop icons hidden, so I didn't really see it until now. Okay, so after a bit more digging around, I found out the story is actually based on a true story. It's based on Hamilton Howard Albert Fish. He's an American serial killer, child rapist, and cannibal, also known as the Gray Man, the Wolf of Wisteria, the Brooklyn Vampire, the Moon Maniac, and the Boogeyman. Boogeyman. Ooh. He once boasted that he had children in every state, and at one time stated his number of victims was about 100. He was put on trial for kidnapping and murder of Grace Budd, and was convicted and executed by electric chair. Okay, that puts a whole new spin on the story. The story felt kind of incomplete, but I guess if you know the facts behind his actual life, it really puts a spin on things. I'll put a few pictures up of Grace, of Albert, or the Boogeyman, so you can see what they actually look like. So, moral of the story: don't abuse your children, don't whip them, don't tell them you love them one minute, tell them you hate them, and then never should have given birth to them. That makes for a fucked up kid. Moral of the story. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. See ya.